A very good day. My name is Angie, and I'll be talking about my final project, Woven Dreams Fashion Co-working and Learning Center. To start off, let's talk about the site. Our site is located in Johor Bahru, specifically along Jalan Duke, Johor Bahru, near the Istana, UTCJB, Masjid India for some context. The genius loci of the site, in my opinion, is the creative and textile commerces. As you can see in the location plan, I have noted down the heavy concentration of textile trades and services available in that area, giving the site a unique character. There is also a large number of graffiti along Jalan Trose's back alley, which I think is quite special to the site. For the SWOT analysis, the strength of the site is that it's within a commercial area and tourist zone. It attracts pedestrian and vehicular traffic. It also has great views all around and is strategically located near Singapore. The weakness of the site is that it's long and narrow with only one-way traffic around, and is also prone to vandalism. Opportunities are that the site can become a catalyst for the local economy, a space for public such as art events and so on. The threat is that the city is prone to urban sprawl of people moving away. The issue of our site can be summarized as a dying economy, lack of art spaces and public spaces. Let me introduce our client, which is MAGIC, Malaysian Global Innovation and Creativity Center. Its goal is to build a suitable entrepreneurship ecosystem and catalyze innovation and creativity for an impactful economy. My approach for the building is a little different. I chose fashion as my main niche as to respond to the site context. Fashion can rejuvenate a city such as in Milan, Paris, New York. It's all fashion. It supports the local economy, and as you know, fashion is a universal one. Also, the site is located in close proximity with international scenes such as Singapore. Next, my concept is woven dreams. Woven is defined as a form by interlacing long threads, forming a complex storyline and pattern from the interconnected elements, and dreams are cherished ambitions. The idea of woven dreams is to reinterpret the uses as pieces of threads interconnected together. It makes up this complex interrelationship that is the woven dream. It reimagines how the users, such as the designers, textile stores, public, and magic, are connected to each other and interact, where everyone is inspired by each other through its interaction within the building. These interlocking relations form a spatial quality, facade, and programs. I wanted to design fun spaces where everyone is inspired by everyone and everything around. So we can see in my initial sketch, the different color defines different elements crisscrossing each other. Weaving together these elements, you could hopefully achieve your dreams in the building. On this slide, you can see the design sketches that I had throughout the project. And next, let's get into the building massing. I decided to allocate a plaza along the street level of Jalan Ungkupuan, where the building starts with a mainly ground floor with services allocated on the side. Next, voids are introduced into the massing, allowing visual connection of the spaces, and also to capture the great views of JB. Green terraces are also introduced for a comfortable working environment. Next, the structural system and the roof, which I will talk on more later. So this is the external view from Jalan Duke. Next, let's get into the design. The ingress is located at Jalan Ungkupuan. At this street level, visitors are greeted by an interactive art space with installations from local artists, and the colorful shingle roofing can be viewed from this direction. The one-way vehicle lane separates to a service lane and a lane for drop-offs and parking. Due to the site's long nature, there are two drop-offs available. For egress, you can easily exit out into Jalan Duke. I have shown the long ground floor area as a public area, kind of bridging a connection between the city. It contains a cafe, retail spaces, event space, thrifting areas. The services are also allocated at the side. There are vertical circulations on the center and both ends of the building connecting every floor. On the first floor, there is a semi-public discussion room, meeting rooms, lecture rooms, and private spaces are the magic office, and there's also a fun shed, hammock area, and a terrace garden. On the second floor, there is mainly a string art installation you can see, a semi-public resource center, and the co-working studio space, which is private with an attached garden terrace. On the Jalan facade, you can see the diagonal grid system with acrylic and colored PTFE fabric meshes. It consists of Magic's logo color and it decorates the entire facade. It also has a characteristic 42-degree pitch roof. This form is actually inspired by the site context, Bukit Timbalan, and the shophouse form, where the building also utilizes sustainable materials such as recycled PVC for the roof, and the large roof surface also allows for rainwater to be collected. As you enter the ground floor, which is a dedicated public area, the long space is inspired by a catwalk and acts as a multi-purpose event space, retail space, and thrifting area. These spaces are columnless, allowing a multitude of different events to be organized. Huge voids are situated at all three entry points, connecting the public realm and designer's visual connection. The public spaces are naturally lit and ventilated, bringing the space alive during the day, where the services are located along the side. As you enter the second floor, there is a huge void and shared hammock area, allowing for fun interaction of the users. There is also a green terrace here. The ceiling height of every room is also high, as this is proven to boost creativity and productivity, and you may even have a hanging art installation as so. Next, let me talk about the co-working spaces a bit. As you can see, I've attached the illuminance study analysis on the axonal of the co-working space. It achieves a good reading of around 525 average lux, which is optimum for the textile industry. In this space, I've also attached a mezzanine for chatting or rest, as well as designed a textile rack along the curtain walls. The green terrace not only acts as a green space, but you can have your color inspection or other activities that require higher levels of lux. This room also acts as the basis of the entire solar shading device that I analyzed and implemented throughout the facade. Next, for the structure, I utilized this steel diagonal 600 by 300 mm frame structure. It's tied together by a hollow I-beam which holds the roof, which is a timber structure consisting of the horizontal and vertical battens and the recycled PVC shingles. Next, let me go through these axonals again to showcase the spatial quality of all these spaces. And now I will be playing the short video animation fly through of my design.